大家好，我是周玲安 Betty。现在呢，我就是在美国洛杉矶的迪士尼公司。大家可以看见呢，在我身后的这扇门上写着 Recording， 也就是录制中。没错，在我身后的这个棚啊，就是 AD2 录音棚。大家所看见的迪士尼所有电影的配音工作呢，都是在这个棚里面进行的。那么，所以接下来呀，很荣幸我可以在这个棚里采访到我们《美国队长3：英雄内战》的2位大导演，我们的卢素兄弟 Joe 还有 Anthony。大家呢提起这个复仇者联盟呢，都是非常的熟悉，咱们国内观众喜欢叫复联啊。大家都知道这些超级英雄们都是维护正义的使者们。但是在这部《美国队长3：英雄内战》当中，以美国队长和钢铁侠为首的超级英雄们将会形成对立的两派进行斗争。究竟是什么原因让他们产生了矛盾？那究竟是哪一派会赢呢？想要知道答案吗？赶快跟随我们的镜头一起去探个究竟吧！这里是林安对话好莱坞 ，Talking to Hollywood with Betty Zhou。Let's go。
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So thanks so much for being on our show. We all know Marvels have so many great movies like Ant-Man, like Avengers. Like, what do you love about Captain America?
He's a man out of time, you know? He's a man from the 1940s who is alive in present day.
It's interesting, when he first woke up, he was old-fashioned, but now he might even be more modern than most modern people.
But that actually made him special and different with other Marvel characters.
That's right,
That's
yes.
exactly right.
The fact that he's from the past makes him different from other characters.
Yeah, the United States was looking for a way to fight Hitler, and Captain America was the one they experimented on, and they turned him into a super soldier, where he has amazing strength and speed and ability and thinking. He has the humility of a soldier, like he wants to serve and he wants to do the right thing, and it's not about his ego. He tries to put his ego in check and figure out what the right thing is all the time. And as storytellers, you know, it's our job, well, how do you make that choice very difficult for that character? How do we trap that character in situations where it makes him hard to do the right thing, as hard as possible? He also has a special shield that's made from a very rare metal called vibranium, which is like incredibly powerful and reflective and energy
Bulletproof,
yeah.
The fans know I'm gonna interview you guys, and then they say, "Can I get a souvenir of the shield?"
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like so powerful shield.
Yeah, the shield's pretty amazing.
The shield's great. It's very iconic for him as a character, and it's probably one of the more iconic things in the Marvel Universe is Captain America's shield.
Why do you get excited about telling a new story about those, famous comic book icons?
Well, you know, we loved comic books growing up. I collected comic books, so these heroes meant something to me when I was a child. So I have a real emotional connection to the characters and the mythology behind the characters and the psychology behind the characters. Iron Man is in the film. Ant-Man is in the film. New character called Black Panther.
Black
Widow is in the film.
Vision,
War Machine,
Hawkeye,
Scarlet Witch,
Spider-Man,
Falcon,
Bucky.
Spider-Man, and Spider-Man.
and Spider-Man.
Yes, of course.
Hey everyone.
Yes, tell
Winter
us
Soldier,
Spider-Man.
yeah.
We're so excited.
We're so excited. Spider-Man was my favorite character growing up. It's very exciting for us, honestly. We couldn't be happier.
Captain, while a great many people see you as a hero, there are some who'd prefer the word vigilante. You've operated with unlimited power and no supervision. That's something the world can no longer tolerate.
This new movie, Captain America: Civil War, takes all of the Marvel characters and puts them in conflict with each other because they can't agree on whether or not that they should be under the jurisdiction of the government or overseen by the government. So all the Avengers get involved, and Tony Stark, obviously, as co-leader of the Avengers with Captain America, has an opinion. And his opinion differs from Captain America's opinion. So they both wind up on different sides of the argument. So half of them believe that they shouldn't, and the other half believe that they should, and it leads to a fight.
When I realized what my weapons were capable of in the wrong hands, I shut it down, stopped manufacturing.
Tony, you chose to do that. If we sign this, we surrender our right to choose. What if this panel sends us somewhere we don't think we should go? What if there's somewhere we need to go and they don't let us? We may not be perfect, the safest hands are still our own.
If we don't do this now, it's going to be done to us later.
How to just divide up the rest of the Marvel characters?
Tony Stark obviously has his best friend War Machine on his side. Black Widow is on his side.
Black Widow is on his side?
Well,
I thought he's good
that's a
friend
good
of
question,
Captain America.
She is very
Yeah.
good friends with Captain America.
I mean, it was very important to us. We didn't, even though there's a political problem that starts the division amongst the Avengers, it was important for us that it wasn't only a political issue, that there were very personal reasons why each of the characters would choose to side on one side or the other. And that's our favorite part of the story, to be honest with you, is those very personal reasons. And there's something that's very personal that leads Black Widow to stand on the side against Captain America in this movie.
Well, I saw Ant-Man so small, he
Yeah.
actually ran from the hands, right?
Yes.
The,
Yeah. And
to
down
here,
Iron
right?
Man's arm,
so
yes.
small.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. So exciting.
He's
so
great.
good,
He's
yeah.
very entertaining in the movie. Very funny.
Had to put a little coffee in him, but he should be good.
What time zone is this?
Come on. Come on.
Captain America.
Mr. Lang?
It's an honor. I'm shaking your hand too long. Wow, this is awesome. Captain America. I know you too. You're great.
I find Captain Americans is not like, those super heroes. They're more like human being. They're more like James Bond, but 10 times stronger.
Yeah.
So any great action scenes we're gonna expect in this movie?
If you love the action in Captain America Winter Soldier, you're going to see a lot of that style of action in this film, but there's also a lot of new characters in this movie that lead, and they have different abilities than Cap does. So that leads us into new areas, new styles of fighting, new ways of staging fights. So you're going to see some of Winter Soldier in this movie, and also a lot of new stuff as well.
Wanda, just like we practiced.
What about the gas?
Get it out.
And talk about Bucky, he's Captain America's good friend. And in the previous movie, we've seen him going through a lot of changes, ups and downs.
Bucky is a fascinating character in The Winter Soldier. He comes from World War II like Captain America
Right.
does. They grew up as friends together. He was similarly changed into a super soldier like Cap was, but he was done by the bad guys.
Buck, do you remember me?
Your mom's name was Sarah. You used to wear newspapers in your shoes.
You're a wanted man.
I don't do that anymore.
Well, the people who think you did are coming right now. And they're not planning on taking you alive.
Bucky has just come to the point where he is finally free of Hydra, and he's trying to see if he can get his mind clean of all the brainwashing that had been done to him and all the bad things that he had done over that time. So the question in this movie is, can he and Captain America restore their friendship together? And can Bucky ever escape the past?
You feel Chris Evans brought to this character, in your opinions?
We think his performance as the character is like one of our favorite performances anyone has ever given to a superhero. He plays the character very controlled. He has a lot of subtlety in his performance.
Well, because he conveys a lot through very small gestures and facial expressions, and he's got real integrity. And so that character's integrity drives a lot of the storytelling, because not everybody has the same integrity that Captain America has, and that's what causes some of the problems.
I'm sorry, Tony. If I see a situation pointed south, I can't ignore it. Sometimes I wish I could.
Sometimes I want to punch you in your perfect teeth.
Robert Downey is an amazing actor. We're just saying that one close-up from Robert Downey is
Yeah.
worth
Then the
another
other
actor's
actors for
entire
the...
performance.
What's that
He's-
mean? I read it.
It's, you get Robert on camera for one close-up, and, it's like the way that it pulls you into the storytelling and the emotion that he conveys and the intensity that he conveys or the humor that he conveys is so exponentially great to watch that it's really, having him in a movie is invaluable. It's like there's no replacement for him. The best scenes in the movie are when Captain America and Iron Man are in conflict with each other.
Someone dies on your watch, you don't give up.
Who said we're giving up?
We are for not taking responsibility for our actions. This document just shifts the blanks.
And you guys are real brothers from Cleveland.
That's right.
And how does that feel? You know, always work together for the TV series we love, and for the Marvel movies.
It's been great, and we love it.
Do you guys have Civil War?
Came from somewhere, right? The story.
Every day.
Yeah.
Joe, Anthony, no.
No, it's always been awesome for us. It's a hard job, you know. So it's very helpful that there's two of us. You know, it helps us bounce our ideas off of one another and sort of really make sure we're sure about what we want to do with the film, because it's like you only get one run at a movie. And you've got to make it right. So it's also very collaborative by its nature, so it feels very natural to us to collaborate. You know?
This is like a dream come true for us because we grew up loving these characters. And as a child, you imagine in your head, you play out your own storytelling with those characters. And now here we are, years later, and we get the opportunity to play it out on the screen for audiences around the world.
I make 7 hostiles. I make 5.
Sam?
4.
Marvel's movies have those fun teasers and after credits.
That's right.
So for the Civil War, how long should we stick around?
You should stay in your seat.
Okay, you heard of that.
Stay there until they try to push you out of the movie theater.
Stay in your seat as long as you can.
Thank you so much.
Look forward
And
to it.
see you guys in China.
Yeah.
Thanks so much.
Such a pleasure. Thank you very
My
much.
pleasure.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you.
谢谢。
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 That's a wrap. 哇哦，今天呢真的是太开心了，可以对话到《美国队长3：英雄内战》的2位大导演，我们的卢素兄弟 Anthony 还有 Joe。那2位大导演呢，刚刚也跟我揭秘了在这部最新的《美国队长》电影当中很多精彩的内幕，比如说这个钢铁侠还有美国队长会变成对立的2派。哎呀，对于我们影迷来说，真是手心手背都是肉呀。不过2位导演呢，刚刚也揭秘了，说是这个关于大家很感兴趣的彩蛋啊，一定要等到电影全部放完以后，然后这扫地的阿姨说啊，走了，结束了，大家才可以走啊，因为那个时候彩蛋才会出现。OK， 想要了解更多关于这部最新电影的精彩内容，一定要记得到电影院去收看《美国队长3：英雄内战》。OK， 这里是 Talking to Hollywood with Betty Zhou， 林安对话好莱坞。
Stay down. Final warning.
I could do this all day.